Yo, welcome back again, yo. We on this grind, baby. We on this grind. It's GBTV. Yeah. Alright, we're on to another. We're gonna go back to our boy Vini2 with another top 10 list. This is top 10 most impactful hand-to-hand combat anime fights. Don't know what's gonna be on there. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I'm not gonna try to guess it. I just want to sit there and enjoy it. But if you like my reactions to stuff, if you got any suggestions that you want me to react to, just subscribe, hit that like, and just put it down in the comments, man. Just put it down, and I'll definitely check them out. We're gonna get through this list, and then I'm going to add any that I feel personally should be on here. Hopefully all the ones that I think of are going to be on here. And if not, we'll get to see some that I never expected to be on there. Before I do that, Vini2, you better have Cowboy Bebop in here. You better have it in there, because that was one of the best hand-to-hand animated fight scenes I've ever seen. Cowboy Bebop better be in here. Alright, without further ado, let's get into it. It's got Attack on Titan in here.
We often think of giant swords or out-of-this-world weaponry with magical
I don't think
powers.
Attack on Titan's gonna be on
then
there.
maybe mecha battles are the next to pop in your mind, with some of the most memorable fights in anime history involving those. As for the swords or weaponry statement, I think a lot of Attack on Titan fights feature extensive scenes of eye-catching sequences thanks to the maneuver gear and the scale of the battle. However, for this video, we're not talking about those. This week, I'm going to be spending time briefing you about the
Madara
next best
versus
thing.
he's got Cowboy Bebop on there. Alright, we're good.
Best thing, but that doesn't mean that these fights really play second
he's got on there.
Seeing Levi slice up the Beast Titan, or Gilgamesh unleashing the Gate of Babylon on some poor soul. In some ways, hand-to-hand combat sometimes feels even more intense and important.
One Piece, okay. Oh yeah. One Piece versus Luffy versus Lucci was definitely up on there.
Down and dirty,
Hunter x Hunter, okay. Alright. So far so good.
To deliver a world of hurt to their
One
opponents.
Punch Man?
Without further ado, let's get to it.
Even though it was a dream. Oh, he's gonna add Eren versus Annie. Yeah, I'll give you that.
We'll start off with a bang by taking a look at Eren's fight against the female Titan. Now, which fight are we talking about here? Eren and the female Titan had numerous scuffles in the first season of Attack on Titan, but we're going to be talking about the first one. Seeing the death of the Levi squad, Eren goes into full rage mode as he always did. Seriously, Eren and rage mode seem synonymous with each other. Transforming himself into a Titan, hope seems to be on the way for the good guys, and the female Titan will be put down by our
That transformation was hard though. When he transformed in the air.
Really. This is Attack on Titan we're talking about here, and we just saw teamwork crumble in the face of an insurmountable foe. Still, Eren gives it his all in this epic battle of the behemoths that remain one of the most memorable moments of Attack on Titan's first season.
I personally feel
and matched up to each other with earth-shattering blows, but at length, it's the female Titan who comes out on top, pulling Eren out of his flesh and blood mecha in style. It's a nice fight that firmly cemented the female Titan's status as a major threat.
I would honestly put Eren versus Reiner. Whoa, what is this? Whoa!
As the little vampire Shinobu will probably be surprised to see this side of her. Kizumonogatary's highlight fight features her battle with Araragi, and it's as graphic as it gets. An omnipotent being looking to die, Killshot looks to fulfill that goal by fighting Araragi. The problem is that being a powerful being that she is, the fight's not going to be so easy. The only thing that keeps the duo alive is their own powers and regeneration. In the end, Killshot arguably lost this one on purpose, yet one can't deny that she had one hell of a fight. Normally now I would say something like, that's how you make an emotional climax of an arc, but the fight's so cartoony in its delivery and animation that it probably appeals more to it. Still, kudos to the animation team for showing us this epic battle.
Damn, she was giving homeboy the hands!
To see the novel version of this fight.
And in what way was this a fight? I'm just seeing her whoop his ass. This Psycho-Pass? Oh, I've never watched Psycho-Pass.
The poster of the Psycho-Pass anime would make anyone think that this anime is not going to be one to feature a lot of notable hand-to-hand combat. The Gen Urobuchi masterpiece, having a premise backed by psychological themes revolving around mortality, does tend to lean towards more shootouts and cerebral battles.
This dude's getting
probably remember the series more for its themes and charismatic characters. However, it's also here that I unexpectedly saw one of the best hand-to-hand fights in recent memory. Kogami versus Makishima as a fight on Psycho-Pass's episode 16 is an
hands.
Slugfest.
That dude's
Two
just playing with
combatants,
them.
Contrasting personalities reflected in their fighting styles, and there's just a lot of motion. The two slug it out,
Ooh.
pitting Makishima's grace and precision against the rough Street Fighter in Kogami. The fight features minutes of crisp animation, and it spills all over the place. It was a hyped fight back then, and looking back at it now, it's certainly aged well.
This dude's getting bodied though. Didn't even stand a chance. Hajime no Ippo. I never got into this anime because it's just like it's got over 1,000 like episodes and chapters or some shit.
Legendary boxing anime Hajime no Ippo. So make way for the next fight on the list:
Ooh.
Sawamura versus Ippo. I'm not sure about you guys, but
like
for me,
that.
Sawamura is probably one of the toughest opponents Ippo had to face in the entire run of the Hajime no Ippo anime. This fight's also, in my opinion, the culmination of Sawamura's arc. And looking at the
Ooh, nice
context
dodge, bro.
Throughout its run,
He can't recover
Hajime no
fast
Ippo
enough.
has spoiled us with gritty, intense fights.
He can't recover fast enough.
Given that Ippo is fighting the greatest counterpunch,
Oh, you gotta take that
and a
hit.
psychopathic
You gotta take that hit,
individual at
bro.
that, this fight's in no way a walk in the park for our hero. The long fight presents some of the best twists and moments in any Ippo fight in the
Give him them hands! Give him
in
them
some ways,
hands!
Hajime no Ippo is really one of the kings of hand-to-hand combat when you talk about anime. The
Oh
fight is
my
also notable for the
God.
Dempsey roll scene,
Bro,
so you
put
might
your
want to take
hands
note
up.
of that as well.
Put your hands up! Damn! I gotta watch this now. Shoot, I felt that.
For all the praise the Fate
Oh my
series has gotten
goodness.
for its animation
Oh,
and
it's another Fate series
soundtrack,
I
one
haven't
entry
seen
that
yet.
often gets overlooked is Apocrypha. Most people know Apocrypha
Oh.
for Mordred, Jean, and Astolfo, but it also gave us one of the best hand-to-hand battle scenes in the franchise. Given how the franchise prides itself on historical figures and their otherworldly noble
Damn.
phantasms, you'd be surprised to see a straight-up hand-to-hand
Hand-to-hand,
battle like this.
these
But it
hands
did
are rated
happen.
E
The
for
battle between
everyone.
Achilles and Chiron is a fight to remember. Two fighters in their decisive battle
Damn.
gave us one of the best sequences in
Damn!
Fate.
Through a plane?
With each impactful blow, the viewers get sucked into a very immersive and visually
Ooh.
impressive fight. Their final fight's the well-deserved payoff for Achilles' journey in overcoming his personal obstacle. Hey, it may not be a ufotable show, but Fate Apocrypha is
Oh,
an
he's got
often
him.
overlooked gem that deserves more love.
Oh shit, he just punched right through him. This is a dope fight though.
Hand-to-hand fight
Even though it was
sounds
a
like
dream.
a joke for Saitama. With how easy every fight is for Saitama, it's really a bit hard to pinpoint a fight that's drawn out and contains a lot of epic moments. However, Saitama taking on the onslaught of an entire race is something that will live on for the near future. Looking at the animation for this fight, you'd be surprised to
fucking
see
beautiful.
what peak One Punch Man was like, especially
Yeah.
if you just came from watching an episode of season 2. The animation,
Everybody hated
the
season.
camera
Well, not
angles,
everybody.
the
I like
close-ups,
season 2.
it's all there.
The
Such
sound
an
effects
exhilarating
animation
fight gets pushed
was
to another level thanks to the work they put
but
into the
come on now.
animation.
It
Well,
was
I'd like to
still- it was
speak
still
much more on
enjoyable.
the fight itself now, but what can you say?
Season
What do you
1 though,
expect
this
out of
fight seems
Saitama?
fucking
It's not really a
nuts.
fight we can comment much about because it's practically a slaughter. But it turns out that Saitama was just dreaming up
Dreaming.
the entire epic encounter. The fight was wonderfully animated and has some really great hand-to-hand action. If you want to see a whole race go extinct in the span of a few minutes,
Like if you really think about it, right? Saitama is a battle junkie that just hasn't found a worthy opponent. And because he couldn't find a worthy opponent, he became so bored that he's still a battle junkie, but he's just not looking now. He's just like, wow, whatever now, whatever. No one can match me. No one can match me. So that's just how he is.
by facing off against one Baldy, you've got it in this fight here.
I'll give it to them. Luffy versus Lucci.
Over the years, One Piece has given us a lot of cool and emotional fights. In addition to the emotional context and the weight of the fight, I'd say that the battle against Lucci is one of Luffy's fights that is all about his raw power. For a lot of fights, Luffy receives help in true shonen fashion, whether it be surviving Crocodile's initial assaults through luck or Law helping out against Doflamingo and others. However, this battle against Lucci's a good old physical brawl that, barring some motivations from Usopp, basically is a battle that Luffy won through effort. Not a lot of plot-related devices going on around to help
No
Luffy
plot
secure
armor.
the win.
He
and
just
we
won
treated
through
to a
straight
nice little
just
slugfest that
tenacity.
features the two combatants answering each other,
Gatling
flexing
gun!
punches
Give
and
him them
physical
hands, Luffy! Gon versus... Is it Gon versus the Pedo? Gon versus the Pedo. Yep, Gon versus the Pedo.
I've recently talked about Gon versus Hisoka in another video.
was a-
I think
no,
that what
Gon
carries
used
this
a
fight
lot
really
of,
hard
like,
is the
smart-
context and how it plays out in the grander scheme of things in Hunter x Hunter. For so long, Hisoka's been this obstacle that urges.
Yo, one of the things that I feel like... I didn't say it in my Hunter x Hunter video, but one of the things that I liked about Gon's character, which I like about a lot of shonen characters, like what I like so far from Midoriya from My Hero Academia, what I like from Tanjiro from Demon Slayer, they think while fighting. They use the environment to their advantage and they think of strategies. I like that in main characters, man. And Gon was literally the epitome of that, man. This dude's ability to adapt to literally any situation when called for was freaking impeccable. I love that about Gon.
Gone forward in addition to his previous goals. After a scuffle that ended poorly for our protagonist, the two go head to head once more in the Heavens Arena. Gon takes the initiative and starts the battle with his preemptive strike. What follows is a touch and go fight where both fighters calculate each other's moves. The potential that's been teased forever for Gon is in full display, and the two fighters go at it in some good old unarmed combat. When the dust clears, Hisoka remains standing tall, victorious over his plucky opponent. There's no shame in
he beat Gon down, but still,
despite him looking
Gon showed a lot.
Surely gave Hisoka a far tougher fight than the Enigma would have imagined heading into the battle.
It's gotta be Spike versus Vincent, bro. It's gotta be Spike versus... Who's number one?
Looks like deja vu here, doesn't it? But Spike and Vincent's fight is once again second place on another list. One of the greatest fights in the 2000s makes it back and barely misses the top spot once again. However, that's not enough against the fight.
Bro.
As far as the fight's concerned, it's a glorious work of art, especially considering the context. You wouldn't expect animation like this in the 2000s.
You really don't.
Simply
It was
blows
done
some of the
so
modern
well.
anime fight scenes out of the water.
It was done
Spike
so
and Vincent's
well,
battle
bro.
features action that's intense,
God, look at them
and
combos,
chaotic.
man.
The two fight all over the place, and it's not every day that you can get a fight where you feel every ounce of emotion from the combatants backed by really excellent delivery in each blow. It's rare to see an uphill underdog battle be this epic.
That was a beautiful battle, bro. Kakashi versus Oak. Oh yeah, this definitely.
Remember this moment? If you've been following this channel,
I'll be honest, bro. I'd put Spike versus Vincent over this. I would. I'd put Saitama versus the Mediterraneans over this fight scene. Even though this was an emotional, impactful fight scene, in my opinion, it just didn't look the best out of what we've seen so far. That's just my opinion.
for a while, of course you'll remember this moment. Nevertheless, Obito
It was definitely a super emotional fight scene,
and we have to partly thank the build-up for that. Builders ninjas at the top of their game, as well as having an entire mini arc dedicated to their past, Kakashi and Obito have all the makings of a big-time match. Their inevitable confrontation and conclusion of their year-long storyline has been hyped to hell and back, and when we do see it, it delivers in every possible way. Despite me talking about the build-up, that's not to say that the fight is in any way shabby. The blitzing speed at which this fight happens inside Kamui and the responding of powers between the two tip-top fighters all come together to create one of the best fights in Naruto's decade-long history. Period.
Woo!
And that's it for this top 10 list. I wonder which one among these fights is your favorite. I want to know your thoughts, so please let them be known through the comment section below. As usual, if you enjoy this video and want more content like this, the like and subscribe buttons are there. Make sure to click the bell button too. That way, you'll be immediately informed whenever we release a new video. I hope to see you in the next video. There's a lot more to come, so I'll see you next time on VinnyTube.
Thanks, VinnyTube. Alright, so I'll be honest here. The two weakest ones, in my opinion, I know I'm gonna get shit for one of them, is Eren versus Annie in Attack on Titan, and what was it? The Psycho-Pass fight. They didn't feel that impactful to me. And I know that in VinnyTube's lists, he doesn't like using the same anime twice in his list. In my opinion, right, Rock Lee versus Shira was a way more impactful fight. I put Rock Lee versus Shira in on there. And the other one I put in would be, I'll probably put All Might versus the Nomu over the Psycho-Pass one. That's just my opinion though. Those are probably the two that I would have put in instead of the Attack on Titan one and the Psycho-Pass one. They just felt way more impactful The All Might vs. Nomu one was fucking wild. That shit was wild, bro. It was a pretty dope ass fight. And Rock Lee versus Shira. I feel like that's a way better fight than those that are listed. But yeah, let me know what you got, what other hand-to-hand fights y'all thought were better. And let me know, man. And without further ado, we out of here, man. Peace out.